Good Wednesday evening, everyone. I'm going to jump on here and kind of give you an update on tomorrow's strong to severe thunderstorm chances. They're not the best in the world, but it's something that we do have to keep in mind. It's enough to where we have to pay attention to it. As you can see on the weather map for tomorrow, you see strong to severe thunderstorms stretching from Colorado eastward into Illinois and then down into Kentucky. So the reason why that's important is because the storms that concern us are going to be forming back around Nebraska and Kansas. And then those are going to be making their way eastward, and then they're going to be making their way southeast, where they're kind of riding around this high pressure ridge. Now, how well they hold together is still in question, but it looks like it's enough of a threat for us to at least keep in mind. So there's the storms way back there. You see that red circled area back over in Nebraska, South Dakota, eastern Wyoming. A severe thunderstorm watch has just been issued there that will go through the evening, and those storms will move rather quickly eastward, and overnight they will traverse across the upper Midwest. Then by tomorrow morning, we'll see them start taking that dive southeast down through Illinois and Indiana, and then that's when we'll track them as they make their way toward Tennessee. Main threat time frame looks like between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So that's the threat time frame it looks like right now. I don't think that's going to change much, but that is the general window of opportunity. Flash flood risk is low. Straight line winds and hail is low, but not zero. And the tornado threat is very low. So any storm that develops could produce damaging straight line winds. That's always the main threat with these types of systems. Never can completely rule out a spin out tornado if the line bows or whatnot as it comes in, but the main risk is always straight line winds with these types of situations. So how does this happen? Well, you have a hot area of high pressure that's centered over the southern plains, and the flow around that high is clockwise. You can see the little arrows coming up through El Paso and then just south of Wichita and then back down into the Gulf of Mexico. So the flow around that is clockwise. Now keep in mind, in high pressure, air sinks. So air is sinking where that area of high pressure is, and then what goes up has to come down, what goes down has to go up. So we've got air that's coming down in the area of high pressure, and then around the edges of that high pressure, the air starts to rise again. And that creates showers and thunderstorms. And then those showers and thunderstorms are steered by that high in a clockwise fashion around the edge. And so storms that are in, say, Nebraska tonight will go eastward, and then they'll dive southeastward into Tennessee because that area of high pressure is to our west. And so we call these storms ridge riders because they're riding that ridge around the area of high pressure. So that's how you get these things. And like I said, damaging straight line winds are always the main threat with these situations. So we'll just track these storms and we'll see what happens. But again, I think the main threat time frame will be 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. So we're not looking at an overnight event. This will be a daytime event, and so we can track it in the daylight. And as always, my forecasts are brought to you by Crossville City Fire, and I'm proud to be a provider of information for not only Crossville City Fire, but emergency services. And then don't forget to download the Cumberland County EMA app. That can always come in handy for all sorts of information, but especially when severe weather threatens our area. You folks have a wonderful Wednesday evening, and keep looking up, and I'll have a full update again in the morning to let you know how things have evolved overnight. Again, those storms are developing, and a severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for portions of Nebraska and South Dakota. So we'll be watching those move eastward overnight and then tracking southeastward tomorrow morning. Thanks for trusting me with your weather. Keep looking up. Just keep it right here at meteorologistmark.com.